So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half. Another nice job there defensively. They've had him bottled up throughout this game. They used their scouting really well, but they've executed even better throughout this game. Their job now, don't relax, and all of a sudden, give him a chance to break off a big one.
Here's Jackson to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play in this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The ball Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. The drive will start with an option going left. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. To the right side, he's got Vele. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. Now Jackson flushed out right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. We'll get that complete to Vele. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 22 now, here's second and a yard. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first. After the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Push him back.
Jackson to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Connects with Kittle underneath. Now second down and a few inches. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Back to you. 48, Mike.
Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Hall of Famer John Lynch. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A-game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick it.